Next is application of the gua, upward block. The gua is usually followed by a reverse punch. Next is demonstration of the bung, back fist. Sifu Lee hooks with the Mantis hook and executes a back fist to the neck. We're still executing the bung. Parrying down, and back fist. Now we're going to execute the tip cow after the series of bungs. Tip cow. Grab, elbow break. Grab, hooking, elbow break. Be very careful when practicing with your opponent for this technique. Next application is the shim, the dodge. And you've seen this earlier in the videotape, but I'd like to emphasize the importance of footwork in the Mantis 7-star system. This is a useful drill in developing speed, accuracy, and your footwork and hand-eye coordination. When you practice this, make sure you practice left and right, alternating your partners. Practicing slow, then speeding up and going as fast as you can. Next one is called tung na. And this really works on the footwork, developing lightness and agility in the feet. Shooting out with a right jumping kick, almost like a cross kick, and an eye poke. Demonstrate is chin seesaw, and actually this one is for increasing the wrist strength and grabbing techniques and to increase the strength in your fingers. Involves grabbing and twisting. Each hand is wrapped on top of each other, so your opponent's hand is wrapped on top of yours and yours is wrapped on top of the opponent's hand. You want to shift the weight forwards and backwards. This really works on strengthening your wrists and developing stance work, shifting forward and backwards. A simpler application of this in wrist strengthening is just the single wrist strengthening. And this involves the dusal for both opponents, shifting back and forth. Practicing slow, hooking with the last 3 fingers of the lead arm, the slight pulling back motion. You want to practice with left and right. Next is 3-star blocking, involving the kick. This exercise here is designed to strengthen the forearms and also the legs and sweeps. Traditionally, you want to use the formula Dit Da Jiao, the traditional herbal formulation to use after you doing this type of drill so that to avoid bruising. Three-star blocking. Next 2-person training drill is the Alao Choi, hook, grab, pluck, punch, and working on the inside gate. One opponent's working on the inside gate and the other opponent is working on the outside gate. Alternating back and forth, developing your hand-eye coordination, developing your grabbing and plucking skill. You want to start off slow and eventually develop your speed to go much faster. It's a training drill involving the gua, the upward block. This also strengthens the forearms. Alternating, Sifu Li is alternating the left and right upward block and reverse punch. This next form is actually a series of drills called 14 roads. This is designed to be practiced along the floor of the school, of the Kuen, and developing a combination of techniques. This is the first road of the 14 roads, in a shin kick, reverse punch combination. Second road involves a double mantis hook, a reverse palm strike. Second road. Third road is a upward block, hammer fist combination. Upward block, hammer fist, shin kick, upward block, hammer fist, shin kick. Fourth road is the Alao Choi, hook, grab, pluck, punch combination, alternating between the left and right. The punch should also be on the same side as the lead leg. Fifth road is the tiger stealing the heart. Upper block, reverse punch, horse, straight punch. This straight punch is called Black Tiger Steals the Heart. Sixth road is the closing the door kick. And you want to hop back into a retreating posture, alternating left and right kicks. Seventh road is called stealing hands. And this involves a slapping down from top and then on a horizontal plane. Ninth road involves a uppercut and a horse punch, pulling back so as to wipe and horse punch. Reverse direction, uppercut, horse punch. Horse punch is also known as a circle entering punch, straight punch, road number 10 is the roundhouse strikes. And this ends the demonstration of road 10 of 14 roads. Now we're going to do applications of the 9th road. Here Sifu Li parries the punch, uppercut, wipe, and does a horse punch. Parry down, uppercut, wipe, horse punch. Practicing slow and then eventually moving to full speed. Application of the 10th road involves the roundhouse strike. Here Sifu Li parries down and strikes the temple with his fists and knuckles. Hello, welcome to Big Wheel Fist. This is the intermediate tape, intermediate form for 7-star Mantis Kung Fu. In this form, Big Wheel Fist, we stress the importance of circular motion and developing stance work. This is an intermediate form taught in the 7-star Praying Mantis system. This form involves a lot of strong circular motion movements and really works on the stances, primarily the horse and the forward stance. Big Wheel Fist.
In any martial arts style, the different stances form the foundation of the style. What Master Lee is demonstrating here is the Ma Bo, also known as the horse stance, left-sided and right-sided. However, the motion here is a symmetrical motion in terms of balance. Is evenly distributed, 50% to the left and also 50% to the right. The next stance is Dan San Bo. The left side, 70% of the weight is distributed to the front leg, whereas 30% is distributed to the rear leg. And you see the rear leg is not totally straight, probably about 10 degrees in flexion. Okay. This is also known as the hill climbing stance, also known as Dan San Bo. The next stance is 7-star stance, Chut Sing Bo. The weight is distributed 80 to 90% in the rear leg, 10% in the front leg. Notice that the point of contact to the ground is the left heel. Again, this is the 7-star stance, Chut Sing Bo. The next stance we'll demonstrate is Tan Ta Bo, also known as collapsing stance. Here, the right leg is extended. The rear leg carries, again, 80% of the weight. The right leg carries about 20% of the weight. Alternatively, on the other side, the Tan Ta Bo again, also known as collapsing stance. 80% of the weight is on the right leg, 10%, about 20% on the left leg. The next stance is what we call the circle entering stance, which is Gatwan Bo. Left side. In this stance, the right knee is placed close in contact with your left ankle. That was the left circle entering stance. The right circle entering stance involves flexion of the knee, about 90 degrees, the left knee contacting, slightly touching the right ankle. The next stance is Gua Fu Bo, tiger riding stance. Here, 90% of the weight is distributed in the rear leg and 10% in the front leg. Again, Gua Fu Bo. This stance enables easy kicking and different transitions as in retreating and advancing. The next stance would be Lao Ma Bo, which is the cross-leg stance. Here involves a twisting motion of the torso, the left knee touching the posterior aspect of the right knee, and also the other side. Lao Ma Bo. This action is used in twisting and generating power in offensive and defensive fashion. And the last basic of the horse stances is the Yun Hao Bo, the monkey stance. Here the weight is actually distributed quite centrally with the rear leg and the front leg slightly flexed. This stance is used in several techniques in which involves grabbing and different transitional movements that we'll see later on in future tapes.
Now, if you've already learned your basic stances, the next step are utilizing the stances in what we call stance drills, including movement. I feel like this is a very extremely important drill, and so does Sifu Lee, to develop dexterity and movement in your footwork. You'll see different stances involved with the horse stance, and now is the forward stance, moving forward and backwards. This is the tiger riding stance, moving backwards, retreating, shifting the leg backwards and forwards. The stance drill, horse stance drill, shifting this to the right and also to the left, involving elbow strikes. It's nice to practice this drill up and down the floor of your school. Next stance drill is the forward stance. Involving a right upward block and a reverse punch, alternating between the left and right arms. Tiger riding stance, retreating in a ready position. As you practice more and more, you'll feel more comfortable in movements, moving forward and backwards. Getting used to the timing will be very important. In the 7-star system, there are also some basic kicks that we need to be familiar with. This kick is called Bai Men Tui, meaning door shutting kick. In this posture, Master Lee lifts up the right knee and extends out his right leg in a snapping motion. In other circles, this is also known as a roundhouse kick. You want to lift the lead leg, lifting up the knee and the lead leg, and executing a snapping motion at a 45-degree angle, making contact to your target. Next kick is called Sub Chi Tui, and it's a cross kick. You want to lift up the right knee, or the lead leg knee, and snap out the kick, making contact with the instep of your foot onto your target, which is usually the groin area. When you practice these kicks, you want to alternate right and left. This next kick is called Ja Tui, meaning leg bumping kick. It's also known as a shin kick, lifting up the right knee, shooting the leg straight out, making contact with the heel and the inside of the foot. Again, we're using the rear leg, not the lead leg in this kick, and it shoots straight out. This is the 12 keyword formula as interpreted by Sifu Lee Kam Wing. These 12 concepts are seen in the different various forms of the 7-star praying mantis system. These are basically your building blocks to develop good fighting skills in the 7-star mantis system. First element is Ao, meaning hook. Lao, grab. Choi, meaning pluck. We add a punch as an ending element. Gua, meaning upward block. You intercept with the mantis hook. Bung, meaning back fist. Jimling, meaning making contact and cling so as to stick to your opponent. Dip, meaning tag. Gao, meaning lean onto your opponent. Shim, meaning dodge. Tung La, meaning to bounce. Next is variations of the Mantis hook, of the Diu that we've already covered. And this involves making a Mantis hook with the last 3 fingers, pulling in the 3 fingers tightly, supporting the forefinger, the index finger with the thumb. You want to do this exercise to develop forearm strength. This is a double Mantis hook in a horse stance with a pulling action. This posture is the double Mantis hook in a 7-star stance. Notice that the rear Mantis hook is at Sifu Li's shoulder level. This is a Mantis hook with a counter intercepting hook. The left hand is placed on the right wrist. Here's big wheel fist form at regular speed. Now let's take a look at big wheel fist form in slow motion. This is a roundhouse strike, and then these are circular blocks hopping into a roundhouse strike. Circular blocks. Tiger washing his face. This is called luk luk choi, making retreating circular blocks into a right palm strike. Hammer fist strike, reverse punch, and circulating punch, back fist, kick. Retreating stance. Circular strikes. This is a sweeping action, reverse punch, left uppercut, right circular punch, hammer fist strike, sweep, sweep, blocking against a kick, now we'll see this in reverse angle at regular speed.